Engage.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Winners Don't Use Drugs, presented by Engage Gaming, episode 88. I'm Darius here with Steven.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Feeling good?
Me?
Yeah.
About what percentage to you?
I knew it. Nolan's at shake head percentage.
I'm a couple percentage points above Nolan.
Okay. All right, just a handful.
Yeah.
I would say I'm at an enthusiastic 70% right now.
Hey, man. Better than the 65?
Yeah, but yeah.
Listen, we had a long weekend, right? I know, bud. I know. Okay. So appreciate everybody who came out to the Oops All Street Fighter event. That was fantastic. Really had a great time.
That's the enthusiastic part.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was happy at the number of people who played Street Fighter, especially 6, and the number of big ladies in top 8. That made me feel good. I was a little mad because I felt like we should have had one in the top 3, but better. Ken made it into top 3 somehow.
That's because you should have been playing.
If I was playing, Bud, it would have been, how they got like top 8 graphic, and then it says honorable mention, and then like in very fine print down it, Darius was there.
Also played, yeah.
I don't know, man. Zach did pretty good on Street Fighter 4.
He went on a little run. Let's shout it out, right? First and foremost, put some respect on El Forte's name, okay, and put some respect on Zach's El Forte in particular,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how you went up against 2 El Fortes.
That was good.
That was pretty good.
Like, everybody universally recognizes El Forte is not a top-tier character. But everybody decided, or at least a handful of people decided to play El Forte. So what do we have, like 13 people, and we had 3 El Fortes?
At least 2. If there was a third one, I didn't see him.
Oh, it was Zach.
I was in here.
Emperor, and Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You played at least for one match.
You played 2. But yeah, no, that was really good. You got what did you end up getting, Zach? No, you remember the?
I didn't.
Did you play? You play Ultra 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you end up getting?
What, placement?
Yeah.
Second.
And who won? Who won for Ultra 4?
Ace Combat.
Who won Super 2 Turbo?
Ace Combat.
And then we also had a third strike.
Yeah.
Who won
third strike?
That one?
I believe that was Ace Combat. Yeah.
Huh.
And then the last game they played was Street Fighter 6 was brand new game.
Yep.
And they had a lot of fierce competition. When we have like what 53,
50 something.
Yeah,
it was a lot. Good.
And out of those 50 something entries, who ended up winning in that particular game?
Some guy from Mississippi, I think he goes by Ace Combat.
Okay.
Yeah. So he kind of swept the board, huh?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ace Combat.
Now, I'll tell you, I wished I would have played 2 because I'm pretty sure I would have beat him in 2.
Okay.
Because I was watching everybody play 2 and I was like, what are they doing?
Listen, we're gonna talk about another thing with the seeding in 2. Okay.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Okay, a young man.
Yeah, y'all was wrong for that.
I had nothing to do with it.
He's primarily a Smash player, but he says he plays retro games. And he signed up for Super 2 Turbo, and I was very happy to see him because you don't get a lot of new Super 2 Turbo players.
Yeah,
they don't really make those anymore.
Well, first of all, he's a Smash player, and they usually don't play anything but Smash.
Yes, they're
so generally that's true.
And he's trying to branch out.
But I have found in the past that if a Smash player is going to play something, it's usually Street Fighter. So
yeah.
So
he jumped into the fray, and I was like, hey man, fantastic, great, good luck. And we look on stream, it's like, oh, Sleepy's in match 1. That's cool. We get to watch him.
Who's he going up against?
Oh, he's going up against Ace Combat.
Ooh.
Huh. Well,
who doesn't know how to take it easy on anybody?
He sat down at the station. That's what that is. There's nothing personal.
Everybody's equal when you sit down at the battle station.
And see, the seeding was done by age. Actually, they were actually going to do that as a joke to me, and they were disappointed. They were disappointed when I wasn't playing. Because I decided I wasn't going to play the first 2 games just in case something went wrong with the new setup and everything, which of course.
Yeah, it did. So
it did. So
you made the right decision. It's very understandable. You did.
But yeah. So Ace is like, he was pretty high up there. Corey was number 1. He was the next oldest. And I forgot who else, but I think Asa was like 3rd or 4th. And yeah, so, high seed versus a low seed, of course, they're going to play first. So.
The lowest seed.
But the thing that I was like, hey, man, this is rough, is he baptized him with the Balrog headbutts.
Oh, yeah, I know that's what got me, too. It's like, really? You're going to play Balrog the whole time?
And it was like,
I got to guarantee.
Only one other person, Shinra knew how to break out of the headbutts. But everybody else get grabbed, and I'm like, break out of it. Break out of it. Oh, my God, break out of it.
Help.
You can't break out of grabs.
Yes, you
Health
can.
was just
No.
sliding off. Just, first of all,
I realized everybody who couldn't break out of it was playing on pad, too. And it's like, I'm just like screaming in my head, oh, my God, hit the buttons and roll the damn stick. What are you doing?
Yeah, you just mash out.
Yeah.
You just mash.
And they just,
Like you
can't do that in Street Fighter.
The thing that sucks is if he grabs you, it doesn't just go like every hit.
No, it's like there's a chunk
first grab.
There's a chunk.
That first grab is a chunk.
And they're gonna get at least 2 hits. Like I mash good. Just listen to what I tell you. Dare smash good. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get 2 headbutts off you, okay?
Yeah,
which hurts.
It hurts.
But chunk, headbutt. I'm like, yo, please, let him go.
And the thing about the throw breaks, first of all, that was the first Street Fighter with throw breaks, but you can't really break a throw. You can like roll out of it. Mm-hmm. So you always take some loss of life, but you don't take the whole thing if you do the command in the middle of the throw. But the problem is Balrog and E Honda and Blanca Dawson. Yeah. He's got the
Does a Zangief the grip thing?
He still got the
what is it, Ionian nerve grip? It's going magnet when you put the hand on it too.
You have to. The way you lessen the life loss on those is you have to break out of it. But nobody was breaking out of it.
No, not at all.
Just sit there and take it.
And the thing was when you block Balrog from the dash straights and stuff, it's like, hey man, you got to be already knowing what you're gonna do after you block that. Otherwise, he's gonna suck you in. That's the whole purpose. It's like, I want you to block if I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know how to deal with the throws, you're gonna let me throw you every time.
Every time.
But it also was a beauty to watch. Let me tell you. I saw my childhood when I saw people getting caught with the dash straight grab. It's like, yep. Like the number of adult males
2
who I had just looking at me sideways, like, really? Like, you can't stop it. And then Young Darius was a monster. So like, knowing that people couldn't beat me, it was a thrill.
I would have beat you.
Well, yes, adult when I was a child.
No, Nolan's. What was you like?
Like 7, 8 years old playing 2 Turbo.
Who was like 27 when Darius was 8?
No.
Hey, little man, I heard you think you're good at Street Fighter. Hey, you know who
Thank
Nolan
you,
was? No, who Nolan was? He was the dudes that used to put their quarters in when I was playing, trying to beat arcade mode on my 1 quarter. Because that's all I had for the entire playtime.
Well, look, he didn't know that.
Oh, they knew.
They didn't know that.
No,
Nolan wouldn't know that.
We had a
Because they
rule.
would ask. No, listen, the dude I'm talking. This is Chicagoland, 1990s. 3 to 7. Okay, they would say, "You trying to play, little man?" No, I'm trying to beat the game.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like, come on, man.
Here comes a new challenge.
We kind of had it wasn't a rule, but it was a kind of an agreed upon thing. You would ask somebody, "Hey, you mind if I play?"
Exactly.
And give them the chance. Now I'm just trying to do a arcade run, and then I'm going to leave. Oh, okay, fine. But you'd always have that one guy that wouldn't ask, didn't care, just it's open. I want to play. It's open play. And usually one of us would get on the machine after that and beat him real quick, and sometimes pay for the poor kid that he beat because he wanted to feel like he was doing something, I guess.
All the little kid needs to know, if he wants to get into this life, he needs to know that he's going to get, beat down every once in a while. Okay,
but it's
and it's a metaphor for life.
Is it?
Yeah, because you're going to get beat down by life.
I mean,
you be at your job and somebody comes up to take your job. You sitting at your desk. Steven, meet Jeff. Jeff just came in this morning and said he'd like to challenge you for your spot.
Oh, fuck.
I was just trying to do my emails, man. What the hell?
Yeah, I can do the emails way better than that.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like the Carter Strom mini game, but you're over here typing.
Yep. You got to break the boxes faster.
Mm-hmm.
How many words you type in a minute? Because I'm just saying, Steven, word on the street is Jeff can do 148.
148.
That's what they say. I hadn't seen it in myself, but I'm saying that's what they had said. He was over at the other office and he was running through people.
I can do like 70. I'm very mediocre at my job.
Oh.
He did an email and then he sent an email to me to clog up my email so I couldn't get to the right ones in time.
Strategery.
Yeah, man. Some new tech he's coming out with, man. I don't understand.
Send multiple emails.
Send a chain letters to your email.
Spam and stuff.
Hey, with gifts and stuff to slow down the outlook.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's on the workstation at the work, so it's going to be forever. You know it's slow.
He sent me an email. I can't tell what the picture is. It's just a square with the slash in it. What is that? What am I responding to?
They tell you not to open attachments and stuff, so that's got to scan it, make sure it's not a virus.
It says it's a virus no matter what.
Okay.
I sent the email from my phone to my work email, and it was like, hey, man, we don't know if you want to open this or not. Pretty sure this is a virus. No, it's a copy. It's a picture of my photo ID. I need this.
Yeah, we're going to block it anyway.
Okay, I can't give him a visa. No.
Yeah.
I know we're pressed for time, but we're having fun. We had a lot of trailers and whatnot, and had a bunch of different shows that were after.
Summer Game Fest.
We had Ubisoft, we had Capcom, we had Future Game Show, we had the VR Showcase. There was a lot of stuff. There was was Tribeca? Yeah, Tribeca was after that. No, that was a week before.
That was week 4. Yeah.
Before we get into everything, how did you guys feel about just the plethora of games and the fact that Ubisoft had no sound?
Okay, so
on YouTube only.
Yeah, I was about to say Ubisoft apparently it was only on YouTube because everybody on Twitch was like, I heard it.
Did they have any sound the whole time?
It was like whenever they would switch to games, the games wouldn't have sound.
Or they would have like, which we don't know about the Star Wars Outlaw thing. I'm assuming the Twitch version.
That was weird because that the voices went out in that halfway through, but the sound effects were still there. I don't know.
Ubisoft getting hit hard with these.
They also had like a celebrity front row.
Yeah,
that was
which they kept showing, and I'm like, they keep showing the same 3 or 4 folks. Am I supposed to know who they are? And then I finally did recognize one of them.
It was Ember Moon was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was like, but they wouldn't say anything. They didn't put the little bars under the names. No. It was just like they would show a wide crowd shot, and then they would show those 4 people. It was her, another young lady, and 2 guys.
Yep.
And they would just be like, "Hi, everybody's clapping and stuff." Show them.
Real ones, no. Bringing not a real one.
I mean, I was real enough to know one.
Yeah, it's not real enough.
That's not real enough. All right, okay.
I didn't. Honestly, I missed a lot of it because I didn't know when it was coming on. It just, I don't know. It kind of seemed like everything was just thrown out there. But that could have just been me.
It seemed a lot less. And maybe this is just some of the holdout from like the E3 days of everything kind of being this time to this time each day. Mm-hmm. And it would be like what would it be? Because they were on Pacific time, so it would be like 11 here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would just be like, okay, so from 11 to 3 p.m. every day would be, the show, the presentations. And it would be like, all right, that's cool. But now it's like, well, this one starts at 3 p.m. and then this one doesn't start until 7 p.m. and this one doesn't start. Oh yeah, this one starts at 11:30 a.m. And it's like,
Well, I feel like years before I would hear about it just in random places. Like, okay, well this is going to be at this time, but for some reason this year, like I didn't hear a whole lot of information about when it was going to be.
I think particularly for this year, everybody's kind of had to do kind of decide at the last minute they were going to do something and then announce it at the last minute.
Okay, that's probably what it was.
Because you remember there was supposed to be an E3 this year.
Right. Yeah.
But the only reason E3 was actually canceled is because so few folks signed up to show up.
We were this close to getting it.
Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, it was there, but then Sony said, well, we're not coming. And I knew right then when they said they weren't coming, it was over. But it's like, well, at least they still got Nintendo and Sega and Square and Ubisoft, and then Nintendo said they weren't coming, then Square said they weren't coming, then a couple other companies said they weren't coming, then Sega said they weren't coming, and it's like,
if they're not coming, I'm not coming.
who the hell is left?
Hey, who all gonna be there?
Ubisoft? And it's like, Ubisoft is like, yeah, I don't think we're going to come either. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Well,
that's it. It's over. It's over. So,
Yeah, it was
I
way
think,
more disjointed. They were all
Yeah.
under the Summer Game Fest umbrella, but not as much. Like Jeff didn't host everything. Like I felt like a couple years ago when he did it, that he was at least not say the centerpiece, but he was kind of like
The director of it.
Yeah, he was hosting it. It was like he was moving it along and stuff like that, and like throwing it to the like if they were going to do an interview with the developer, he would throw to it, or it was more of a transition.
Yeah. They aren't doing much of the like playing the games behind the scenes stuff.
That is another thing I missed.
I mean, they
Oh, it's
are,
all
but they aren't
CG
showing
cutscenes.
it.
They're doing. They don't have like I really enjoyed when the producer would go up there or like whoever's supposed to be presenting and they do say we're going to interview I'm such and such with IGN or whoever it is and we're going to talk to this person about their game and they're like and what you're seeing is blah 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 and this is what we're trying to do, this is our goal, and it felt kind of more. We didn't have that this year. There was way less of that. There were some long form things, but they were not as many big things that had long form presentations.
Yeah. And again, I think it's because a lot of the biggest games of the year had just come out.
That is very true.
So it's like a lot of the bigger companies had just released probably their biggest games of the year, especially Capcom. RE4
Capcom.
and Street Fighter came out. So it's like, what else are they going to talk about? I mean,
Ghost
you got
Trick.
Ghost Trick. Yeah.
Oh,
Ghost
yeah,
Trick
we
was
got some-
15 minutes of their presentation.
Got some Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon Dogma,
They
yeah.
essentially showed the same thing that they showed for Dragon's Dogma, though.
Well, no, that was the first gameplay that they ever showed. But you thought it was the same thing because it looks just like the original game with some extra stuff in it, which is kind of disappointing. Of course, I did appreciate them coming out and immediately saying, "Okay, it's not co-op, so
Yeah.
So don't expect that." It almost feels like they're trying to hurry that game out the door because it's like they know folks want actual co-op in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it's like.
So
I don't know the reasoning behind it.
I mean, it looks like if you enjoyed the first one, you probably will enjoy the second one. It's got at least one new race in it. Hopefully, it's got fast travel, like real fast travel, or at least mounts that allow you to go faster.
Yeah.
Places, because that was my one major complaint about the original game. But otherwise, it doesn't look like it's a huge step in anything.
Visually, it's
Yeah, I mean, visually it's
that's probably
cleaned
the
up
biggest
from the
thing,
original.
yeah. And not just
but-
like the character models and all that, but the actual like fluidity of the combat and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they just took the original game and put it in RE engine and said, "Okay, here you go." And for folks who really like the original game, I think that'll be fine. But
you may not get any new players because
Maybe.
of it.
I think you may end up in theory. I think it will have more success than the original release.
Yeah.
because they didn't get the original release, didn't have the PC players and stuff like that. And
True.
they did that the whole.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people wanted the sequel. It was kind of hyped up.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
Yeah, I was really surprised to see like the support for that because it was a game that I wanted to like, and then I saw you got to rent people, and I pretty much checked out on the original one, and didn't realize that the PC had gotten a port with when they cleaned that version up. So, yeah,
and that's what I played.
yeah, and that's
Finally.
one a lot of people apparently
I have a
played.
friend of mine who that's one of his. I mean, that may be his like number one game of all time, and he kept telling me I needed to play it, and I finally did, and it's fun.
I mean, yeah, even without the co-op, it's fun. It's basically you and a party of your people just going around fighting monsters. I mean, it would definitely, I think, be more fun if there was a co-op option. But
Well, the thing that always what makes me want co-op in that game is like the team up stuff. Because like with your party, you can control them. You tell them, let me jump off your back or do this, or you jumping, how the guy's hanging off the monster and all that stuff like that. All looks great. It would be even better if we could do that together.
Yeah, it would be, but
yeah, I mean, I know that like there's also all the big studio, like when I said earlier, like who all gonna be there. It's probably like Capcom felt like they had to do it because it felt like everybody.
yeah, because theirs really felt like put together at the last minute. So like you said, it was like 15 minutes on Ghost Trick. It was like
and another 10 on the Ace Attorney stuff.
We need to stretch it because we don't
They
really
talking
have
about language
else.
options and everything. They was like, "Hey man, come on, we doing a lot with this game."
Yeah, I mean, cool, but again, they pretty much were already done with what they were all their biggest games of the year. So what else? What the heck else were they actually going to show?
Yeah.
I mean, Pragmata exists.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but
and they actually recognize the fact that hey, we know we hadn't showed this game in like 3 years,
but it still exists. It's still coming out.
But it's still a thing,
Maybe.
and it's coming out one day, one year, sometime
in the future.
And that's all they committed to.
mean,
But it's like, hey, here it is, and there you go.
whatever it's supposed to be, it looks really interesting. That's the thing. That's like.
It almost looks like Capcom's attempt at making a Kojima game.
It definitely looks like a Kojima game.
Hey, is that the worst thing that could happen though?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I mean, we might. It also looked like a Kojima game, but it also looked like they were definitely trying to do the Big Daddy is the hero thing. What do they call it? The heavy and the
yeah. You talking about
whatever the trope is, where you got the big person and the little person with powers.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's gonna be the tank, and then she'll be like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a?
That's a trope.
Should be.
I don't know what the name of it is.
Yeah. That's why I use Big Daddy as an example.
Because that's basically
it makes that makes sense.
You see, I was out here harvesting them little girls for their goo. Shame.
What, man? I gotta power up.
You still get plasma if you don't harvest
Not
them.
enough though.
You don't have to
I
harvest
get
them.
more if I do.
Yeah, but if you release them,
Look at that cool shit.
They protect you when you get old and stuff in the ending, so it's nicer in there.
It don't matter. Somebody gonna jump time and murder all of them or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll never get another one.
Are you gonna get another one? Sorta.
Kind of, sorta.
Kind of, sorta.
In space.
Spice.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one that they showed? The Clockwork.
Yeah. Mice that's the thing.
Mice and Men Clockwork game. Clockwork Orange. Something. I can't remember the name of it.
There was a clockwork.
It's Clockwork something.
Oh,
Clockwork
it's the game we
Tower.
talked about last week. The time manipulation one.
Yeah, it's like
The
Bioshock
one?
Infinite.
Bioshock,
the
the time
Bioshock
travel.
Infinite game, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that one. The time stuff looks really, really interesting, and I'm always worried when games. And I know they don't own the patent for steampunk stuff, but I always get nervous because like there's a handful of them that nobody ever talks about that aren't because they aren't that good. But every once in a while we might get a Dishonored, and if we're lucky, we get a Bioshock.
Yeah.
But more times than not, the steampunk stuff just doesn't end up. I don't know. It doesn't end up going over well.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think of another steampunk game that was kind of big. I don't know. Liza P looked pretty interesting.
Liza P does look good. The everybody that's played the demo,
which I downloaded and still hadn't played.
It's all right.
says the gameplay is and from what I've watched some gameplay of it too. It looks a lot more fluid than like your average Souls game as far as the actual combat stuff.
I mean, everybody pretty much saying it's Bloodborne.
Yes, yeah. Which for a lot of people is their favorite version of the Souls series or Souls-like games.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully I get a chance to play it and the Final Fantasy 16.
Oh man, I heard that demo is amazing.
I intended to play it yesterday, but I slept almost all day and just laid down and took as many pills as possible. Yeah. So
yeah, I
didn't
think
get much done at all.
I'm gonna try to play it. Especially because you can carry your save data over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Square's getting really, really smart about that. Keep doing it. More games need to keep doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you engaged. It's like because you know there's at least 5-10 folks out there that feel like they have to buy the game now.
Yep.
It's like, well, I mean, I got all this stuff done because there's going to be that guy that's going to play the demo over and over and over again until he perfects it, get everything that you can possibly get, but now he kind of wants to carry it over.
Right,
He did all that work, might as well do it, and then they'll go ahead and buy the game. It worked with me in Bravely Default.
Oh yeah,
I did all this.
You
I might
could
as
do
well.
all that stuff and carry.
Yeah,
it
you
over.
could start building the town and all this stuff, and it's like, well, shoot, I already got the town halfway built. Let's
I kind of
going.
want to see where that goes.
Yeah.
Let's see how far I can take this thing. You know, so I feel like we got a nice hot streak right now.
And you think all the nice stuff you find in the early game, and then you play the full game, and like within an hour, all of that stuff is just useless.
Obsolete.
I worked so hard to get it though.
Yeah, I'm like, especially with RPGs, I think that's probably the best way to do a demo for those. Is
Yeah.
give you a little chunk,
Carry over progress.
carry over the progress, so you don't. Because the thing too is like a lot of times it's usually if RPG demo, it's usually the first area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like you play it and it's fun, and you like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get this, and then you get the game and it's like, I do have to do this part over again.
Yeah.
However long it is, it's like, okay. Usually before you like have to fight the guy you thought was your best friend or something weird like that. But I was telling them earlier, Steven, like, man, Final Fantasy leaked, and like people they got to say, they got to talk, they got to spoil, they can't hold it.
Oh, did the game leak out?
Square released a press release or like a little thing about that they know that there are copies that are in the wild, physical copies that are in the wild, and they ask that people don't spoil things, and they are trying to find the cause of it. Whether it was just like they didn't say that people were like outright breaking street date. They just was like, well, if somebody is doing this illegally, like intentionally illegally, we ask that you don't participate in it, basically.
Well, I mean, all you need is that one employee who either doesn't care or doesn't realize.
Yeah, because I think that was smarter than to be like, we don't think it's intentional sabotage.
Yeah.
At least right now, we don't have enough information. So let's just say that the copies are there. Hey, don't purchase them illegally, and don't spoil things for people, which is about as much as you can ask of people. Even
Basically, because you can't make them not do it.
Yeah, they're gonna do. And it's like, it's cool, man. If you got access to it, appreciate that. Yeah, we're a small number of physical copies of the Final Fantasy 16 are being circulated. We're in the process of thorough investigation into the illegitimate acquisitions and are acting to limit this ahead of the official launch of the game on June 22nd. For those who receive a copy ahead of launch, we kindly ask that you do not share any aspect of the game, including screenshots, videos, and live streams until after Final Fantasy 16 has officially launched. Our priority is to ensure that the full game experience is not spoiled for our fans.
Friends and fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same thing.
friends of the game. And to do that, we were taking down any images, videos, or streams published ahead of launch day. We ask for your assistance, cooperation in this final week ahead of launch. It is almost June 22nd. Like, come on, my boy. Right there at the finish
got a few
line.
more days left.
And we can't wait for you to experience the full game the way the development team intended. Like,
So don't buy it off the back of somebody's truck.
and the thing is, yeah, they're going to take down stuff that spoils the game, and that's not a challenge for you to try to put up as much spoiler stuff before they take it down. Like,
Some
dude,
folks it would be, yeah.
gosh. Like, what do you gain out of putting that picture up or this scene talking about, hey, man, this guy's going to be a problem or whatever weird stuff you're trying to create a meme.
They get some cool points, man. Hey, you're the guy for that moment. He's the guy who beat Final Fantasy 16 before it
You
came
didn't even
out.
beat it. You just played the part and just wanted to show it so fast. Gosh. Come on, man. Just, do you need the validation of the of the internet?
Yes, I do. I need it.
That little, like, it's not even like everybody. It's just a small.
Bro, you don't even know.
Are you getting off
I
right
need
now?
it. Maybe.
Yeah, it seems like that would be the only way that you would just be that adamant about spoiling stuff. I know I don't want to, like, I want to let people have fun. I want people to have fun. Their way, my way isn't the only way to have fun. So I'm not acting like that, like, you couldn't enjoy doing that. I know there's people who, like, their thing is to how fast can I beat this? So they want to, run through a game as quickly as humanly possible. Congratulations. Yeah. Like, if that's the way you enjoy it, that's fine. But it's also okay for other people to not do that too.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that, man.
That's true. But, Final Fantasy 16 is coming out fairly soon. But there's a lot of stuff to look forward to later on in the year.
No,
And later on next year.
Yeah, my other complaint about this, a lot of this stuff that was shown is a lot of this stuff says 2024. Yeah, that is true.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
I remember back in the day, I'm going to tell a story, and don't interrupt me unless you're a terrible person. Okay? Don't interrupt me.
Really hit me up here.
I'm not hemming you up. I just want people to know the truth. We were all young lads, and all of us had different games that we were playing because, that was also a way to be able to exchange games and keep the gaming economy going and get everybody get a chance to do new experiences. But Steven had this thing, man, where he just wanted to spoil games for you.
Really?
And, like, he would come to school and he'd be like, hey, man, when you get to this part, just remember this is going to happen because that's just happened to me right now. And I'd be like, you didn't have to say that, Steven.
That has never happened ever.
No. But our friend Marquise did kick our friend Ryan in the balls for telling him about the game.
To be fair, Marquise warned him. He said, "Don't tell me."
Well, it wasn't like he really tried to. Like,
no.
He didn't cock back and do it.
He was
that
trying
that would have been wild. We would have to violate.
No.
He
was trying to escape.
Ryan was he was getting all in his personal space and getting on him and was laughing while he was trying to tell him. He's like, let me just do it. And Marquise was like, back up, and Ryan
like,
jumped.
no.
Yeah, he like tried to push him back, and Ryan had like jumped sideways at him, and foot landed on crotch.
That was the end of that.
Yeah.
So we don't talk about spoilers around here.
That's the truth about spoilers in our group. No, what else did you guys see that you thought really stuck out?
Well, there's a game planned right now, Star Wars Outlaws. It looks.
Did you hear it or did you just see it?
Because I watched it later on YouTube, and it was all working fine.
You got the full experience.
Yeah. So
we watched it here live, and we watched it.
The parts we did hear though sounded really good.
Yeah, I thought something was wrong with like first the speakers, and then it must be the stream is messing up, or maybe it's the internet. I don't know. And then it's like, no, I think just the sound's going out. It's weird. But
some sound technician is in a lot of shit right now.
Like I said, apparently it was only the YouTube stream, because when I went home, I watched the Twitch archive.
Oh, and it was fine.
And it worked fine. I was
Now,
like, huh.
There was one thing about this game that I was really upset about when they announced the name of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping, and I know this was a dumb thing to hope, that we were getting Shadows of the Empire 2. I thought
bro,
maybe that was a possibility.
Oh, bro, please don't even come at me with
I
that.
just thought it was a possibility.
Because I wish
we can go back to the well.
I would love to see some Dash Rendar.
Hey, I mean, there's really no reason he couldn't be in this game somewhere.
True, he might be in the game.
You might run it.
You might.
Why would you say that?
I'm just saying.
Because
might run into him.
Timeline wise, it fits. He
does
could
fit.
be in the game.
If
you
he's not
just
in the game,
run past the outrider or a ship that looks, just like it.
I would love that. This game would get extra points for me if he
it's
was
going to get minus
cool.
points if it doesn't now.
Yeah, to at least put him in canon that he did exist.
At least give me a name. Give me in a journal somewhere.
Yeah, just the entry. Hey, you remind me of somebody that I come across before. Dash or something. I don't know, man.
Dash Rendezvous. I don't know. Something. But this game does look really good. Now, do you think that this game came from the ashes of Star Wars 1313?
No.
Completely different companies, right?
Yeah, it's a different company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was EA, right?
Yeah.
It was EA during that time, yeah. I will say that I think that the idea of what people have been asking about for Star Wars games, which included what we thought we were going to get from 1313, I think it probably went into the mind of somebody that was, a part of the process. Just because, this game is representing a lot of what people have wanted, which is the other side, the not Jedi stuff, right? That people love about Star Wars. All the scoundrels, like that whole idea of being, a Han Solo type. People have wanted to do that forever. And we thought we were going to get that potentially in 1313 or something that kind of gave that feel. So we could just say this is the success of the 1313. We can just do that. We can say that right now. I think that's fine.
Sure.
Okay. Call it 1313.
But it is an Ubisoft, looks like semi-open world game, so you'll be climbing a tower to expand the map. And
got to restore communications to the scout reader.
Look, I got some fast travel points. Okay,
there's got to be a way. You know what you're going to be doing. You're not going to be doing that because they always involve the pet. So they use the Assassin's Creed stuff in the Far Cry because they're usually some sort of bird, right? Mm-hmm. So now you know what we're going to do since she's got that little pet, right? You're going to have to send that thing into something all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to climb up to something.
He's going to climb into a vent or something like that, or it's going to be bad. They're going to do that.
Maybe not. We don't know.
I do like how this kind of shows that maybe the depending on choices made, it might change the dialogue. Like, if you did end up having to bribe the Empire, you wouldn't have to run here.
Exactly.
Right.
Because now all of a sudden you want it.
They marked you up real quick too. Technology in there is crazy.
Oh yeah, the word travels really quick within the Empire.
Like I just walked out the door.
Yeah. We actually scoped you out when you came into orbit. To be honest with you,
I was waiting to press the button.
Yeah,
obviously.
I've been hovering over the thing just the whole time. Dude,
over here sweating.
Just wait. You pulled a gun on me, so
See, this is really cool because it's like they're going from planet side directly up into the air and up into space.
Yeah.
So one's already poo-pooed on the spaceship stuff.
We've been poo-poo.
Because you was like, it didn't look that great. Yeah, it looked all right. Probably
come on, this thing ain't come out for another 2 years. It can be like improved upon.
Just take the Star Wars Squadron stuff and just put that in here.
So that's really cool, though. The transition, seamless transition. Look, to Shara orbit, social system.
I mean, it's not like seamless, but it's clearly a laser screen.
Look at that, Nolan. Look at that. Look at all that debris and shit. That's really cool.
I mean, you got out of orbit pretty quick there.
How long should it take?
All of a sudden the planet's that far behind and there's a debris field this close.
What do you mean? You gotta suspend your,
we're playing Star Wars. The belief should be already suspended.
Yeah, suspended a little bit.
Yeah, like we're not doing actual science calculations. This isn't Star Trek.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you're not supposed to aren't you not supposed to take off in the atmosphere of a planet or something like that because it can ignite the atmosphere or something? Is that like hard science? Hard sci-fi? Oh no, I read that somewhere. I could be wrong. I could have.
You just made it.
I could have just made it.
They've launched spacecraft off.
No. I'm talking about like the type of the type of
warp drives and stuff.
Drives that like space travel uses.
I mean, I don't know what kind of cold fusion they might be using in these engines. I have no idea. But I presume if there's a certain
fake science is what it's using. It's using sci-fi, science fiction.
Yeah.
Powered on science fiction and cool concept art.
This is really cool.
Generally, there's not enough air in the upper atmosphere anyway to ignite.
You don't even know they breathe oxygen in Star Wars. Do they breathe oxygen?
It's true. You don't know.
We don't presume, but we don't know.
Mm-hmm. Everybody speaks common tongue for some reason.
Yeah, that's when it's the most numerous.
Basic, it's called.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Wars, yeah.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah, he got me. He got me real quick. That's all right. We watched.
I wasn't correcting you. I was giving you the info.
No. He's just. There's nothing wrong with a little knowledge.
Say whatever it's called.
He didn't stick his finger up.
He did.
I did not.
I'll pass.
Nothing
I'll
wrong
give
with
him a pass on that one. It felt like he wanted to though.
No.
Okay.
He's just trying to impart some knowledge.
Yeah, but I don't want to learn. We've established that. Let's follow that rule. I don't want to learn nothing.
I don't know. Was that like a cutscene or was that gameplay?
No, it was cutscene.
Yeah, these all looks like cutscenes.
She her face she had when she was getting fired upon wasn't. Didn't seem like it fit.
Yeah, it was
seemed very calm.
Well, we still got 2 years left. We hadn't put all the emotion in yet.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot. This is just principal photography.
Oh, okay. We just got locations.
Yeah, we just got some locations digitally.
2024.
But it does look really good.
Yeah, the theme of coming 2024 was very present in all of these. I also thought it was kind of different that Ubisoft mentioned that it was like massive, which is within Ubisoft. Because a lot of times Ubisoft doesn't really talk about the other groups. It's just like, oh, this is Ubisoft, or
Ubisoft Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal is like the most you'd get. Like, oh yeah, it's that one. But like massive doesn't even have a Ubisoft name in it. But there's the Falcon, so you gotta.
All right, well I'm telling you guys right now, I'm kind of checking out at the moment because
this one.
I'm just not an Assassin's Creed guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can understand that.
Well, I love Assassin's Creed.
I hope it's really good for people who like it.
I'm glad they're going back to a more traditional Assassin's Creed. Because I know some folks thought that the last two went a little too far on the RPG side.
Yeah.
It could be more of a balance.
We've always talked about the fact that those last three should have just been their own games and not Assassin's Creed games.
Well, now, I mean, aren't they kind of going like this is kind of their first one going back to the more traditional Assassin's Creed gameplay, but they're still going to do the more RPG based one too?
They said Mirage.
That's what I heard.
Not Mirage, but Red or whatever it's supposed to be called. The one in Japan.
Yeah. China, I thought.
Was it China?
Is it China or Japan? I
thought it was Japan because it was ninjas. And that's Japan, right? Japan is ninjas, and China's
China has ninjas.
they probably do too.
East Asia. Anyway,
It's somewhere over there somewhere.
I was confused by that one because they said it was an MMO.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the online one. Yeah, they're supposed to be. There's. Remember they said at last year that there were like 4 Assassin's Creed projects in the works.
And I was like,
They only
wait, it's an
officially
MMO?
named Mirage in that one. I didn't
You
know
get
that
horse
was the
armor with the
MMO.
deluxe edition?
Oh no. Oh no, we are not doing horse armor again.
We're going back. Hey,
2 worlds time,
everything come
baby.
full circle, baby. Going back to Oblivion. DLC horse
The
armor.
first DLC ever released on the console. I mean, I guess really ever.
Yeah.
And they messed it up.
So we're looking at the Avatar game, and
yeah.
I was very surprised at the number of people who were positively reacting to this game, just because it's not any of the actual characters from the films, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's always a stretch with licensed products, especially based on movies, right? Because you got to build up a while to have a world people are comfortable playing not the main characters of a series. Like Star Wars could do that now, but even the early Star Wars games, you was jumping around as Luke.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff
you
like
was
that.
Luke and Han.
Yeah, like they weren't sure, they weren't
Or
gonna
you
try
was
to
at least playing the X-wing or
yeah, like
Millennium Falcon
they
or
weren't
something.
gonna be like, hey, you play these new people that you never heard of. But I thought this was very interesting that they not that they went with the choice, but that it was so well received. Because I think the more good games we got, the more good games we got, and people really love the Avatar franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're bad. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but the movies aren't bad at all. Like I watched both of them; they just long. So I was really happy to see that people are really like, yo, no, this looks really good, and they're interested in playing and stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely looks good. I'm kind of like you though. It's not my thing, but it definitely looks good, and it seems very open worldish,
Mm-hmm.
which is the big thing now.
Well, it's like for this type of world that they've done in the films, you would want to see something that allowed you to see all the stuff and do all the stuff that they do in the films.
I mean, like it looks really good.
Yeah, it does. I feel like that's still CG though.
It's possible. This could be promotional images.
Like it's just doing the thing where it's the in-game engine,
Yeah,
but it's not gameplay.
right.
Like I want to see what the
Like there's no HUD or anything.
yeah,
and
yeah. You gotta have a HUD up there to give me the.
I mean, like during the show, they actually show gameplay
yeah, they did
too. So,
the traversing and stuff like that. Looked really really good in the gameplay stuff that they did. Same with Assassin's Creed. I know I shouldn't pay attention to like 1 or 2 bad comments, but I thought it was really like weird that somebody was complaining about the auto parkour of Assassin's Creed, and I was like, do you want people to have to press like circle to land and hold L2 to make like? Does that sound fun to you?
well, you know they're making games easier, man. I don't like it. Making games just be difficult.
Buddy, Ryu Hayabusa was jumping off walls in the mountains back and forth at no problem. He was climbing up walls with no gear and had to switch to the climbing gear or press the climb button. He just did it. It, seemed the same level of difficulty for real.
I feel like this game's gonna get delayed though. Kind of like the movie.
I mean,
Hey, this comes out this year though.
yeah,
December
Allegedly.
7th.
allegedly, yeah.
You can also play it day one if you get Ubisoft Plus, because we all got to have one of those too.
It also says pre-order to get a bonus pack, but it doesn't tell you what the pack
It's
is.
gonna be. If it's Ubisoft, let me tell you what they do. They give you an extra pot, and then like 10 of all the basic craft items. That's the pack.
Okay.
They do that for every Far Cry. They do it for the Assassin's Creeds. It's like, yeah, we're gonna give you some base items, and then you could do this. And then this is not Modern Warfare.
It's fast though. It's got that greasy speed.
Why speed? So why speed greasy, man?
No, I'm saying you use the grease to get speed.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Like in life. Speed can. Anyway, that's what Mick said to Rocky one time.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah. With the grease on, you gotta slip. No, I mean I only played a little bit of it.
What's
one
this
thing
game?
that everybody what is it? I was gonna say Crossfire. It's not Crossfire.
Crossfire.
It's X Defiance.
X Defiance.
Yeah.
I see. I thought it looked kind of fun. Like, oh man, this is cool. We should probably try this. Until I saw a certain part of this trailer. Is
What?
when isn't this the game where the streamers were playing it, and they were like, it was like a streamer highlight. It's like, oh man, this game is so fun, and they were going to like different streamers and stuff.
Oh, for real? I don't think this is it.
This may not be this
Why,
trailer.
somebody quickscope, didn't it?
Oh yeah, there was like a good 15 seconds. I just want to do quick scoping.
What?
It's like
What you mean, man?
I don't know if I want that, man.
You can't have everything else and not have the quickscope.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
No, the thing I saw is that they're going to have to, from the betas, they're going to have to figure out the healing, because healing is good. Like, I think that's a cool thing to have in this type of game. The problem is that healing always has a problem with balance, because if it works too good, then everybody just picks healers.
It feels like you die really quick on there too, though.
You do. No, the time to kill is fast, which is why having healers makes it like you need to have them, because if you're fighting someone who has a heal on, or they're in the process of having like a dot heal, and you're shooting at them, they're going to win.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to win that, but like every single time. Now this game, the what is this? Banishers, Ghost of New Eden, with a guy. It looks like it's his wife.
Yeah, his wife, or his lover, whoever she is.
Yeah, but she's on the spirit side, and he's on.
Oh no, don't caress me.
Yeah,
like that.
he's comforted by the darkness, Stephen. He's conversing with demons, and I don't know if he's trying to. It seems like from the trailer that he's trying to get her back, or at least get her to that side.
It's possible.
She may be.
Or he's trying to bring her back, and then later on he realizes I can't bring you back, and it's time for me to go. And
yeah, I don't want to do that in my action games. I don't want to be dealing with loss and confronting reality and real
I
feelings.
just want to kill people.
It's like, so yeah, he exercises them, right?
Yeah, well,
Demons.
you're gonna have choices on. It looks like you're gonna have choices.
Yeah, but she's stuck because it looks like she wants revenge for whoever killed her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's what are those called?
Wraiths.
Yeah, so that's probably what it is. She's a wraith, and he wants her back but can't get her, but also wants her to rest in peace, but she won't until they get whatever revenge, and it's just complicated.
So are you gonna kill the person when you get to the end with your wife, or you gonna
let revenge consume you?
You gonna have that choice at the end? You already know what's gonna happen, though.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen, but I don't know. But it looks interesting.
Now, this is a good pre-order bonus right here. It's a good collector's edition.
Yeah, no, that was really good. There was a lot there. We are starting to finally make the push away from the PS4 and the Xbox One. I know it's gonna hurt some people. I get it. It sucks for you.
Yeah, but
it's time.
It's time.
It was time last year, but now we're really making that push.
Well, the consoles are more available now, and
let's move forward.
Now this game right here, I'm kind of a little hyped for.
You want to play with the dwarves?
I kind of
do. Play with Gollum?
No, I don't. As much as I people who love Gollum, thought that was a good idea. Cool. I hope you enjoy it. But I do not want to play as Gollum.
They not enjoying it from that game. What I saw, they not enjoying it.
But this has potential to be really good, because you can. There's a lot of unexplored content in the mines that you could work with.
I do think part of the reason this game is coming out is because Deep Rock Galactica.
This is Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria, which is like
you play as all the dwarves and you're trying to go back to Moria.
Lord of the Rings, Minecraft, survival, Valheim type game.
Yeah, but I didn't know they had combat like that, and that actually kind of like made me a little more enthusiastic about it. Because I thought you were just like building, and like based on what you build,
right.
If you built it right, then they would defend it. If not, then they got you. Path of Exile 2. Diablo 4 is going strong. Zach
Diablo 4 is Diablo
like a dozen
right now.
characters already because they want to play hardcore because they masochists. But it's cool. It's cool.
How many characters have you lost already, Zach? How many characters have you lost already?
Yeah, he's lost a half dozen. John's lost a half dozen together. They didn't give us much for Path of Exile 2. Just quick vision.
Hey, it's gonna be Path of Exile 1, but just more stuff. And that, whatever the hell that thing is.
Yeah, that makes me not want to play it. Because polyalloyed eyeballs and stuff like that. I don't want to.
Path of Exile is really good because there's a lot of builds you can work on, and it was fun.
I just don't like dying. I died because I lagged, and my feelings was hurt.
Spike trap got you.
Spike got me. I didn't appreciate that. Was this Remnant 3? Remnant 2? Yeah.
Remnant 2.
I didn't think Remnant 1 was bad, but I didn't get to play with anybody. But but also like I know
Thing is
difficulties.
fucking them up.
Yeah, difficulty is supposed to be a part of it. You know, that's one of the other things. It's supposed to be not easy. But
We'll see 3 players though.
oh, yeah, Remnant 1 was only 3 players.
It's a new standard apparently.
Yeah, it's a new standard. We can't, bro. Do you want 60 frames 4K? Because if you want that, then we probably got to give up one of these players.
Okay. The one player. If you want 2 players, we can get you 120 FPS.
We can max out. We can ray trace it.
Okay.
But if y'all want co-op, you got to trade off now. It's not as simple as just dropping another character in the game like we used to.
I feel like
just
it
press
should be.
start. Yeah, in theory, everything should be, but technology don't play that way. High fidelity, reflections of the water.
Dolby Atmos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, tell them though about that uncompressed sound.
Yeah.
2-disc Final Fantasy.
2-disc Final Fantasy.
That's not all gonna be sound. See, hold on.
90% of it.
No, it's not.
I guarantee you, the bulk of it is.
Oh man, look, because we got orchestral
Grand Theft Auto 6,
soundtracks.
they said it's gonna be 1 terabyte. That's what I had seen on the internet in China.
Ooh,
It wouldn't
in China.
surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me though.
It's gonna come with it's gonna have a version that comes with its own
It's
hard
come with
drive.
its own hard drive.
Yeah.
Yep.
My cousin's stationed in South Korea, and they get all the games soon.
Yeah, they playing it already.
They playing it right now. He said you need a whole new PlayStation to play it. It take up a whole PlayStation, no matter how big your hard drive. Is it 33 Mortal? No, this ain't.
No.
Liz Fanga, the time shift warrior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the goddess of time basically gives her the ability to keep coming back. But every time she dies is like the copy of herself that died can fight alongside her now.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay.
Actually, I wish they kind of would have kept the art style of the cutscene.
Yeah, I think they probably didn't because of the people weird. And I'd be like, it just look like Hades.
That's kind of cool though.
Yeah. The isometric action adventure games, they might be the new Metroidvania this season. Saw a handful of them.
Yeah, there did seem to be a lot of them.
Yeah.
Once you get a groundwork from one, it's kind of you kind of like copy and paste, your assets into it.
I don't want you to do that.
I'm pretty sure there's way more involved than that.
Yeah, of course. But it looks cool. She probably get different weapons and stuff like that.
Oh boy, Throne and Liberty. This game has gotten a lot of bad press recently.
So what's the issue?
Well, apparently
they sit on the throne of lies.
Well, apparently it's also like a mobile game.
Yeah.
That's that you can play on PC or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But it's kind of like this auto battle.
Yep.
That you can just press, and basically the game just plays itself for you.
Yeah, well,
like it does the whole.
People like auto battle stuff, man.
Unless they don't.
Did y'all like Final Fantasy 12 because
now?
it was doing the same thing?
No.
Oh, you didn't like that?
I did not.
You don't like the gambit system?
I like the game, but I had it to where it wasn't doing that. The game wasn't playing itself.
Maximize the game. I can't control my people. And they also don't show like no gameplay, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's all a lot of cutscenes and storms coming and
golems.
I don't feel anything of excitement when I see NC Soft, and I know that's not fair to them, but
man, they've fallen a lot since the Maple Story days.
that's next time.
Oh yeah, it was next time, was it?
NC Soft
was
Guild Wars, yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like whatever they had during like the Guild Wars days, like especially the first one. I mean, 2 had its run. I'm sure it was successful enough for them. But I just
Didn't they do
they done a couple of
City
other
of
things.
Heroes too? City of Villains, wasn't that NC Soft?
That was NC Soft, wasn't it? They might have been the publisher though.
I don't remember.
But I mean, it's also not entirely their fault. The MMO environment over here is really hard, but over there in like Korea and stuff,
Is it
Cryptos. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
They're just doing what sells, and over in Korea and stuff like that, those are the type of games that really sell. So
Now this game is next on the people who brought over Maple Story.
is this the one that's like
Warhaven? This is the one where
yeah.
you have everybody's made out of like rocks or something. They're like constructs when they die, and you can revive them. And they didn't
this is
really
kind of like what's the one
Chivalry.
where you're playing the different different warriors.
Oh, you talking about For Honor?
For
Honor,
Honor, yeah.
Yeah, it seems a little combination of chivalry and For Honor. There seems to be more player characters. At least it appears to be more player characters because we have no confirmation on how this actually works. But it appears to be more player characters. It's next on, so I'm assuming free to play.
Probably.
Which also, they like pay to win.
Damn.
Saying the guy with the mace was just bludgeoning everybody.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, it has potential, man. There's the big battle stuff is always something that you can potentially have something really good. And For Honor, it's funny. I keep seeing people bring up For Honor recently, which is it's funny to me because I wanted that game to be so good, and I'm pretty sure whatever it is now, and I know over the years of the updates it had before, it turned out to be better than it was. It was just like, man, you already had Rainbow Six. Why'd you launch this the way you did it?
Well, I just honestly, I don't think people's internet connections can handle. Because doesn't For Honor have kind of like a?
They didn't have dedicated servers when they launched, which didn't make sense because Rainbow Six did, and then they end up adding dedicated servers because just like with Rainbow Six, everything is based on split-second reactions. This is like more one-on-one or two-on-one combat, but if my connection is better and it's reading that I'm doing my attacks sooner than you're doing your defenses, it didn't matter. So when people would have host advantage, they would just spam attacks because you were going to not react in time because you didn't know which way to react. And so you end up getting hit by stuff. And I just didn't have a good experience when I got it like the second week it was out. And I was like, yeah, this has potential, but it isn't there. And by the time they did all that stuff, I had moved on. So Warhaven, hopefully.
Yeah, it seems kind of be more arcadey with combat.
Which is fine.
Straight up.
Might have classes. It looks like they have some sort of mage role, at least if nothing else, to revive people. What we herding sheep?
Looks pretty good.
Summer Hill. You really gonna go out there and herd sheep?
It's gonna be more than that.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming it is, but I feel like this might actually be
It could be a sheep herding game. I don't know.
It might just be a sheep herding game.
You get points for.
Yeah, it looks like it just might be because they disappeared. I don't know.
Oh, we disappeared too.
Oh, well, everybody's going to be herding sheep through time gates.
Is that all they showed for?
Folk tell about life, loss, and livestock. Hey.
Oh, you are herding.
There you go.
Yeah, you definitely are livestock.
All right. Well, apparently people are going to die, and you're herding sheep. So,
well, there are I don't know if it's a surprising number, but there is a consistent number of people who really do enjoy games that involve some sort of farm life.
Oh yeah.
It's huge in Europe.
You had the
graphics are amazing.
So lifelike.
I feel like that's just a real dude.
Look at that.
No, still, the film of it still is amazing because it's very crystal clear.
Oh, it's like some Animal Planet shit right here.
Yeah,
nice.
You walk into Best Buy and they got the Nat Geo going heavy.
They got the 8K TV going with the Nat Geo.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you have all of the my time at Porsche games, my time at Sandrock, obviously the Harvest Moon stuff. The what's the Harvest Moon? Not
Harvestella.
Yeah, you got Harvestella.
And you're talking about
normally I know
Room
the
Factory.
Yeah, you got the Room Factories. Like there's a lot of those type of games. Square released the one not too long ago that was essentially that. It has they all have like different little slight variations where they got combat in them, but or some other type of gameplay mechanics. So. Yeah, I'm happy they still getting games and they keep doing stuff with them because I think those slice of life games have they definitely have their place. I would play those before I would play like the choose your own adventure ones, like the visual novels. I still want to do stuff. Yeah. And I mean, Animal Crossing.
It's true.
One of the biggest slice of life games ever.
Animal Crossing got USA through the pandemic, so
they got the world apparently.
Yeah.
According to the sales.
Man.
A lot of people bought
that thing hit. And also, I think the Summer of Games thing, when I was talking to you earlier about, how'd you feel about the overall thing? Nintendo, y'all wrong for that.
Now
do a direct during the thing. Don't be doing this direct a month and a half later.
Well, the latest rumor is they got one coming out next week.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to find out. If it's Tuesday, we're going to find out Monday night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're going to let you know the day before.
Yep.
But there's from legitimate sources that they're working on one next week.
Is it you? Are you the source?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Yeah, here we go. That's what I figured was going on. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they might want to get all the small stuff out of the way before Gamescom when they announce their new console. So
I'm not.
You know what? 'Cause the audio listeners can't see that, so they don't.
I'm not a Nintendo boy. Okay, I'm just saying that's what I had heard.
I just asked if you was the source. That's all I
I'm
wanted.
I'm not the source.
not the source. Okay.
I want it to be true.
Yep.
All right. So if they do show something, what do you hope they show, and what do you think they're going to show?
I'll be honest with you.
Steven is the source. That's what I think too.
I'm not the source. I don't know what because I still think Metroid Prime is a long time away from coming out. Because if I'm not mistaken, they're still hiring people to.
That's post production.
I mean, it's possible.
I mean, it's possible.
Patches.
It's possible.
It's
I mean, I
just-
hope it's a lot sooner than what I think.
I mean, they've been working
Yeah,
on
it's just testers for patches, not even for the.
They've been working on it for at least a couple of years, but they had to start from scratch.
It's going gold already, is what I heard.
That's what you had heard. It's going to release
What his sources
right
said.
now after the direct.
Yes, they're gonna say during the direct, it's going gold.
I mean,
Available for download right after the direct ends.
No demo's gonna be available for download at the end of the direct.
I mean, the Odyssey team has been probably working on something for no less than 5 years.
Yeah, that's what I really want to see.
You want to see another big Mario?
I'm trying to see.
I mean,
if it's Odyssey, I doubt
It
it's
would
the
be-
Odyssey.
it would
we
be-
get
too.
Odyssey too?
I don't know because
I-
Nintendo is they're usually kind of averse to making like direct sequels like that.
sequels, yeah.
Unless they
But
got
if
a bunch
it
of- what if
is-
they got a bunch of levels from the previous game like
I'm
they
not-
did with Galaxy 2?
I ain't gonna be mad at it because Odyssey was fantastic.
Odyssey was really good.
I still need to play Odyssey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you need
I've
to- you need to
watched
play.
so much of that game. I've just never played it.
No, you still got to play it.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good. But no, I still think there's a new console coming.
Yeah,
next year.
I'm with Nolan on this
Next
one.
year.
Yeah.
Because it's just too much stuff pointing to it now, and it's just like I know I'm probably hyping myself up for nothing.
You got your tinfoil.
But
on,
when they
tinfoil hat on?
when they said they weren't going to be at E3, and then all of a sudden
Well, nobody
they're-
said it was going to be at E3.
well, yeah, but then it's like they're going to be at Gamescom,
yeah.
Which is what they normally skip.
and they're going to do a separate in-person show again in Seattle the next month.
Oh, which is probably going to be a private. People get to touch it.
So what you think they're going
Possibly.
to? They may announce
They may announce at Gamescom and then have it.
the private
at
event
that
is going to
one.
be
Yeah.
where you're going to be able to play it, and
I think that would be a good announcement. Mario and Diablo 4 for the Switch version.
it's going to be it's going to be like Mario and Rabbids. It's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
crossover.
Yeah, it's going to be a crossover. It's
Oh
gonna be,
no!
it's going to be
Mario
it's going to be
versus
closer
Diablo.
to Mario in the NBA Street Volume 3.
Bowser's going to
Okay,
show
cool.
up and think he's all bad, and Diablo just comes and tears him in half.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he'll set them on fire. That way you don't have to see the actual
Yeah.
model, because you're not going to destroy the actual.
But then at the end, he'll come back as dry bones, and he's all right.
Okay, he's cool.
in the
That's
Diablo
fine.
4 Cloud Edition for the Switch, you will be
They'll
able to
definitely
fight
be Diablo 4 Cloud Edition.
You'll be able to fight Dry Bones Bowser
Yeah.
exclusively.
Nice. There's gonna be a mushroom themed, mushroom world themed level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the mushroom themed dungeon where you're fighting against like smaller Dry Bones and,
Yeah.
and Big Boos and all
And
that.
exactly.
King Boo's a mid boss. And now
gonna
if
be
that
great.
happens, first
We
gives
called it
that
here
credit,
first.
and then give
Yeah.
us all credit for adding stuff to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, this new system it's gonna be, if it's not at this next direct, it's gonna be very soon.
No, I don't think it'll be at the direct. If there is actually a direct.
Oh snaps! The action RPG Mario game.
That would be nice.
I mean, the thing with Nintendo is if whatever they want to do, they technically have like the built up inventory to like convert their series into whatever genres they wanted. Because if you had to you'd have to come up with all these items and stuff. It's like, well, listen, it's Mario. They already have all of these items they can just give you and say this is, this does this now in this version of the game, and you deal with it and it works. I still need to play when you mentioned the rabbit stuff. I need to play the second one, but I got to finish the first one. I want to start over.
You want to start over?
Nah, I mean not over, but like start when I left off. It was in like DK World or something.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I do hope we see something. I want to see more from the Nintendo Online stuff. Like they slowed down considerably on their releases of games for it, and I want to see more into the handheld section.
I think Fire Emblem comes out next week.
Is it next week?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. because that like they're so that for me just as a more I basically stopped at the GameCube as far as my Nintendo owning of systems. There's so many games that I just hope they put in there. I want to try. I want to play again. I want to have access to, and I want to see. Because I know like this isn't a short term thing. Whatever the new system is, it's gonna have that access to Nintendo Online. Like that's gonna be
Nintendo Online. Yeah, it should be like its own separate.
Because they kept. I feel like the reason why they wanted to do the Nintendo Online stuff now is they kept making these closed ended versions with like the Wii and the Wii U and stuff like that.
Services having the end.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
And I know people were upset, and rightfully so, being upset at it. But, but just the way that everybody else was making their versions versus what they were making, you could just tell that it was even more so locked.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft has tried to do better at it. Sony has tried at some points and then like went backwards on it of trying to do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Nintendo, it feels like now they have it to where it doesn't have to be locked because there's a lot more about carrying your profile over.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there new Aliens?
Yeah, I believe this is the one we playing the Marines. Yeah.
Now this is starting to kind of shape up to not be terrible, which means a lot for the Alien franchise. If I'm being fair,
I mean, Aliens. What's the last Alien game came out? The
Fire Team.
Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah.
And then Isolation was really good. I didn't play it because I was too scared.
Yeah, I'm the exact same.
Wait a minute.
I'll watch folks play it, but I ain't playing it. No,
it's too much chittering.
But it looked pretty cool.
Yeah. But this looks pretty good. It's like XCOM.
Didn't they have one on the PC before that was kind of like this, like early days, like not early days, but you know what I mean, like early 2000s. There was an Aliens game that was really good like this.
Yeah, Aliens versus Predator.
That's not.
I'll say the only alien game I can think of from a long time ago was Alien versus Predator.
Wow.
Well,
it's on PC.
It was on PC.
It was a Jaguar.
There was a Jaguar game.
The Jaguar launch game.
Yeah.
It was. That's what it was for.
You also had the beat 'em up.
Well, I mean, that's a legendary game. That
is legendary.
Oh
game.
God, yeah.
They'll never recreate that because
yeah.
I don't think Capcom owns anything but the ROM.
That's one of the games that they put on that little arcade stick game thing that they made, and it's like, oh, so you can do it. Can we get that on a disc or something?
No.
That's just different avenues. It has to remain in arcade form.
It's got to be in arcade form to get released.
Possible.
Yeah, no, I think that they own a specific release of they own a specific variation of that game, and they can't do nothing else but that version of it because they in a lot of cases, bro, they don't even put like artwork and stuff from that game in a lot of their collections and stuff.
But I will say this: they did have action figure releases of the characters from that game.
They did,
sure did. Yeah.
So I don't know where that came from.
You might have a couple.
You know what this also reminds me of? Red Solstice.
Yeah, it does. Except instead of being more strategy,
Red Solstice had a lot of strategy. That's why we kept dying because we had none.
That's what I'm saying. It's more. It was more action oriented with Red Solstice.
Yeah, we never played the second one because you guys don't want to play the second one.
But this was really cool. It's like you got a lot of stuff you can manage. Apparently, there's stress levels and.
What's the name of the company that's always causing problems?
Wayland.
Wayland Yutani.
Yep.
Wayland Yutani. Yep. Look, man, we're just trying to better humanity.
Yeah, sure. You're trying to better something.
I don't see what the big deal is.
Feels like you're trying to replace people.
No.
Also,
those aliens would tear them
bro.
up.
If there's two big aliens,
please help me. He's got me. Shoot him. Shoot me, please.
I'm assuming you are controlling everybody, but I wonder if there is a multiplayer aspect to it because I am going to be
killed in action.
Yeah, all of them.
Replacing Marines.
Your whole team. You probably gonna have a new team every mission. If I'm playing, that's what's gonna happen.
Getting acid on you.
It could be like the other game.
Coma. Come on, I'm done.
Look, stress 76.
It could be like those games. If you keep a character alive, they get like stars, so they get like more skills and stuff.
Yeah.
But then once they're dead forever, and you got to start off with a whole new
rookies. XCOM. That's my problem with XCOM.
Morale was low.
As soon as I start losing like 2 people per mission, I'll be like, all right, so there's no way for me to replenish ranks faster than we're losing ranks.
You gotta play better.
But if I could play better, the aliens wouldn't have won the first game. Okay?
I can't play better if I have a 93% chance to hit and I still miss.
Yeah.
Flies right by the head.
Keep dodging every time.
But it's like it could be fun. I mean, the Alien franchise, it's got a lot of cool stuff they could do with it.
I mean, it does feel like there's an expectation even with licensed games now that is coming back, and I'm happy to see that because we do go through phases where it starts to be like, hey man, you can do what you want to. I know Gollum came out and it's a licensed game, but it just feels like that might just be a blip and not really.
Oh yeah, I mean, in general, licensed games. Well, in general, games are just better now overall.
Yeah, the floor for games are much higher than they used to be.
But a lot of licensed games have been really good. Even that the new Terminator games coming out looks pretty good. The RoboCop game,
hey,
haven't seen a lot of it, but from what I've seen, it looks nice.
I've seen enough. He shot the dude with the fast RoboCop pistol, and his head exploded.
Yes,
I'm fine.
That's all you
I
need.
need him to drop a dirt bag, but other than
that comes out really soon. Aliens: Dark Descent, June 20th.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw a couple of advertisements for it, so I was wondering like, you might have something that's worth hitting on there. Yeah.
Coming out on everything but the Switch.
Oh, AEW comes out very soon too.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for this.
Day one Game Pass, baby. For those of you who want another No Mercy, WCW versus NWO Revenge, they're definitely going for that. They got the meters that look just like it. The game is fast. You can win really fast, you can lose really fast, or you can end up having a long, drawn-out match.
Now, obviously, it's not going to look as good as the 2K series, but that's to be understood. It's a lot,
Well, if they're focusing on gameplay fluidity, which I think that's what they're kind of going for, like the speed and everything.
Well, which is while the WWE 2K is really fun, I liked it. But okay. Probably shouldn't show that.
Okay.
No.
It feels like you get locked in animations a lot in the 2K series, where it's almost too much of a simulation.
Someone pointed out another game that wasn't played as much, but it felt like the last version of those 64 games. It was Day of Reckoning 2.
Okay, for the GameCube?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because those games were really good, but again, it's GameCube, so nobody's really playing them. But they were the real last, closest thing that we had to those where it's fast, it's fun. You don't have to be an expert to be really good at it, but there's also a lot of cool things you can do if you know what you're doing type of thing.
Yeah, this looks fast, looks arcadey. It's got a creator wrestler on it, so you can make your own. Men and women can fight against each other, which I find weird that you can't do that in the 2K series.
Well, because men and women have to be separated. We used to do that back in the day, but that's a little passe now.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's true.
We don't do that. We just go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's what they do.
But no, I think it's gonna be fun, and the thing about wrestling game fans is they don't really have allegiances as much as some other people. Like obviously AEW has their fans, WWE has their fans, but they also like when it comes to the games. If the game is good, we all gonna play it.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely looks a little rough, but as long as it plays good, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I think it'll, especially for their first game. Like I think
definitely.
it's gonna be good enough, man. I didn't see a wrestling game I was hoping to see some more info on. I did not, and that made me a little sad. Was WrestleQuest, but
well,
I felt like the trailer for it showed up somewhere, but didn't it get pushed back to next year?
Did it? I didn't know that.
I know it got pushed back. I don't know if it was next year or later on this year, but I know it got pushed back.
Yeah, that was one of my 2023 like.
I know you're excited for that.
Yeah, man, I was excited. Come on, man, wrestling RPG.
That look good.
Crime Clock.
I thought that said Crime Cock.
I did for a second too. It's Crime O'Clock. Okay.
Oh, it's. I was even.
Everybody was wrong.
Everybody was wrong.
I was less wrong than you guys.
Well,
though.
I mean, hey.
I feel like we should make that known that y'all was over there at Crime Cock, and I was over here at Crime Clock because one of them sounds plausible.
I mean,
one of them definitely makes more sense.
Yeah. Oh, you thought maybe it was like an Annapurna game they was going.
Annapurna
is just like everywhere, man.
Yeah, they are.
Annapurna.
Hey,
pumping them out, man.
If
they do.
If they made a game that was called Crime Cock, would you be surprised?
Not really.
Yeah. So it's a story, right? And the thing is, you play a chicken. It's like, oh, okay.
You play a rooster.
Got it.
And he's traveling through time.
Yep. Got it.
But it's still only choose your own adventure. Like, so you're not gonna be actually doing stuff. You're still gonna just be interacting with stuff. Eat the corn. Yeah, I'm gonna eat the corn. That's how you get to the next part. Going back to Samba de Amigo. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I've seen less and less like gyroscope Switch games. It's like that sometimes people forget that those Joy-Cons can do that.
Yeah,
Actually have it in there.
Yeah. Because they have, I mean, it's like, it's so inconspicuous and like so many games don't use it. Nintendo usually tries to do stuff with it, but they always give you, they've been smarter about that. That's one thing I think that helped the Switch too, is that unlike the Wii where they're like, no, you're going to do it.
Yeah, they're forcing you to use it and forcing developers to put features of it in the game.
Yeah, now it's like, hey man, we give you so many ways to play. Isn't that cool? It's like, yeah, cut it off though. I'm using the Pro controller.
Okay.
I knew you were.
I figured. We probably just had Pro controllers built in with the system. I don't.
Yeah. I think it is funny that they never came out with like I know some of the special edition things they might have had them, but like just having a standard Switch bundle that just always had a Pro controller.
Look, man, we put 1 million man hours into these Joy-Cons. Okay,
you gonna use these Joy-Cons?
You gotta use these fucking
Joy-Cons. Hold it, my boy.
True.
What else you want?
You saw the little video where they flipped it over and it's like the ice tinkling in the glass. It's like, look at that audio.
Yeah.
That was
That is pretty cool, though.
$300,000 right there.
I mean,
yeah, the Joy-Con speaker. Yeah.
I mean, it's got the camera on there too. That barely anything.
Yeah, I
uses.
keep forgetting it's got a camera on there.
Yeah,
The controller or the
on
Switch?
the bottom of the left Joy-Con. Or the
Is that what that thing is?
Yeah, the little black spot.
I thought that was like an infrared thing.
Well, it's basically an infrared camera, but it also acts as like just a regular camera. Remember that what was the game it came out with? 1, 2, 3 Switch.
Yeah,
It had the little mini games.
I forgot about that.
which they have a sequel coming out. For
and
that.
there,
4, 5, 6 Switch?
there's a mini game where you
Plays
have
1, 2,
to
3 Switch too.
where you have to eat a sandwich, but you have to hold the camera toward your mouth, and you have to
What do you do? What do you do if you're eating the fictional sandwich? Somebody walk in on you.
Well, it's a party game, so other folks have to eat it too.
It's not what you
But, hey,
think.
but
You play
listen,
by yourself.
yeah, I know. I was playing it first.
I was trying to see what it was like.
I guess I can hold it.
Hold it like that.
How long you been standing there?
Long enough.
Go ahead and close software.
Bloop.
I'm gonna hold the power button. Go ahead and shut it all the
We'll
way
shut
down.
this off. We're not gonna play this.
We're just gonna do Just Dance is what I was.
Okay.
Yeah, in Nintendo Switch Sports.
Yep.
Which is perfectly fine for you to say Wii Sports when you asked me to get that game.
Yeah, it's the same.
I
thing.
know what you mean, but don't make it
I
complicated.
forgot about that. I still need to get that one day.
I don't know. We never even played it. I don't know why.
Y'all have it?
No, we got it.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
We got it here.
got
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was one time where for like 2 weeks you couldn't play it. There was an issue with it trying to connect to the internet, and for it to, it's got to validate and it's weird. So like, but it was a bug to where some of the games wouldn't, like, you couldn't do all of them. You could do like soccer, but you couldn't do like track and field. So I don't know. It was weird. I only found out about it because we had people here trying to play it, and it was like, I was looking up fixes, and they were like, yeah, this patch needs to come out. It's messed up. Sorry.
Interesting.
Just don't play bowling anyway.
Yeah. I think that definitely still worked.
That's pretty much all I want it for.
Was you doing like just regular bowling, or did you start getting fancy with it and started doing it where like the stoppers and stuff was in like the middle of it and you had to go around?
I never really
The
did
humps.
that, but I did do. Was the one that had like the bunch of pins or something? When they won like a mode.
Oh yeah, the 100 pins or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play that a lot.
It's very satisfying knocking them over.
I tried to do the one where it's like the humps and the stoppers and stuff. You got to throw the trick shots.
Yeah.
I did like the first 2, and then I tried to when I started like adding where there's like a box here, then a box on the other side on the complete opposite side of it, and you got to throw it, but then you got to make it to where it stops spinning halfway somehow. I was like, yeah, this is stupid.
So
We're
Well,
getting ready to wind
apparently
down.
it's getting about
our producer is telling us it's time
To
to
wrap
go
it
to-
up, something about French toast. I don't know.
I didn't get that reference. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Fucking French toast. You gotta watch, if you watch for the old version as
I
many
watched
times
it.
as we.
No, you haven't watched it enough.
You haven't
Clearly.
watched
Okay.
enough.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
We've watched that movie a lot.
French toast. Well, I mean, moving forward, I'm excited for Final Fantasy 16. I know that we all are to a degree.
If I had a PlayStation 5, I'd be more excited.
But you got to let that
I'm
go.
still excited for it.
You got to come up here. You got to come up here like you did Resident Evil. But instead of recording, you're just going to play it.
I'm taking one of the PS5s to the house.
Okay, I got you.
I'm taking the one we're trying to sell. I'm going to take it on.
So
somebody wants it, just let me know. I'll bring it back up here.
Y'all got a PS5? It says right here PS5. Yeah, he got it at the house. He just playing it and stuff, but regular price.
I don't think I want it.
Okay, I got you. But after that, what are we excited for?
After that,
Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield's gonna be really good.
I've also like re-pushed that back to not existing.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to get excited. Until I'm playing it, I don't want to think about it.
And I'm kind of behind right now because I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom at the moment, but I still got like Diablo. I still got Street Fighter, and I'm not even talking about Starfield yet. And it's not counting any other game that comes out that I've forgotten about at the moment.
How far are you in Fire Emblem Engage?
Why you ask me that?
I thought you played a lot of it. And
no, I played.
There's a guy that bought the 3 Houses this weekend, and he was like, "Which one do you like, Engage or 3 Houses?" And I thought that Steven was going to tell him like, at least some decent analysis because I thought he played Engage more. And he was like, "Well, I ain't really play Engage," and I was like, "What?"
I played the tutorial mission, and that was it. Not that I didn't like the game. It's just
was the hair too distracting?
I don't like the hair. No, you're right about that. It's probably the thing I don't like about the game is that character design. That main character, it looks. I'm sorry, but it looks awful to me. But anyway, it seems like a very good game. It's just so much other stuff to play.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna respond to that.
Knowing what you looking forward to playing?
I got to get caught up on work for the last 2 weeks of playing nothing but Zelda and Street Fighter. So, but
that's what he's looking forward to.
I do want to play Final Fantasy, but that's not going to happen
anytime soon. I understand.
No. I'm at the end of the story of Tears of the Kingdom anyway. I can go beat the game anytime I want. So I might just do that just to wrap up the story and then go back and try to do other open world stuff.
There's a lot of side quests you got to do. No,
yeah, there's a lot of them. I know.
Crime Boss Rockay City.
That's on the list.
It's getting ready to come to console, so maybe you was waiting for the console port.
Not quite.
I'm sure we're gonna get it at the shop, right?
No.
Nolan want to prove that purchase.
Shoot, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually interested to see what else. So like I hope Nintendo does some kind of direct.
Because they got to have something come out later half of the year. Because they don't have anything major.
I figured that's what they were
out.
going. They were going to talk about at Gamescom because they always do one like early in the year, and everybody's like, "Well, they hadn't talked about games since summertime. They must not have anything coming out." And they always do.
They always got something.
Oh, they got something coming. Yeah. We just want to know what it is.
And again, I'm hoping that this direct is just to get like what's going to end up being the last wave of Switch games out of the way and. Gamescom
on to the
come
future.
Out and they'll talk about these great looking Switch games that look a little too good to be on the Switch, and then
you know what they should do?
What's that?
We need to switch you.
Oh God!
Bring it back, baby.
Do not.
We never learn our lesson.
If it's a new console, do not call it Switch anything unless
unless it say Switch 2?
Well, yeah.
What about the Super Switch?
The switcheroo
for you.
So is this a new console or not? Wouldn't you like to know?
Would you like to know? Find out.
Find out in March.
Worst selling console in history.
How much is it going to be? You will find out soon.
Yeah.
That's all we got for you. We're gonna bring Reggie back for one more thing.
He said, it's like, what, me?
Yeah,
I don't even work for y'all anymore.
Yeah.
Come on up here, bro.
Come on up here. Just talk to us.
I don't think I want to do that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Do him like they did the Smash guy. Told him that they were going to told the world they were going to make a Smash for the 3DS that was going to be on the Wii U 2. Smash guy sitting in the audience like, oh, that's cool. Who's going to make that? And they're like,
who you think
gonna make it? Who's made all the others?
I was like, oh, okay.
Well,
I guess that's me then.
I hope Exo Primal turns out to be good because right now I don't think it's gonna have any sort of impact.
I mean, it's fun. like when I play it, it's fun, but it's not something I would be like oh yeah, let me go get that if I
it's on Game Pass, so I'm gonna give it a run just off that. But yeah, I need more because we're kind of light right now. After Final Fantasy, we don't have anything heavy until what, like August. Something comes out in August.
I thought something came out in July, but I can't remember what it is.
That is true. Pikmin 4 does come out in August.
Does it? Okay.
Oh yeah,
in July. Okay. And then there is stuff in August, but I'm drawing a blank right.
Would have been Homeworld, but
would have been Homeworld. Oh, Armored Core.
Ooh,
right.
yeah.
Core is August. Okay, so yeah, we got something heavy to look forward to.
About every month we got something big coming out.
Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Give us feedback. Tell us how good it is, and if not, then just say great job anyway. Follow directions. Hit the bell. Do the thing where when you jam on it, so you know when stuff happens, and tell us some games that you are looking forward to, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Crossover combination finish!